Okay, well, you know, some people are lucky and some people are not. Oh, by the way, good evening. I'm Wally George. I am your fearless leader. I am your host. Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 12, we are here as the alternative to the boring David Letterman and Jay Leno programs. You should watch Wally instead and then go to bed feeling, inspired and entertained at the same time. And you'll feel like a better American. Well, you know, Jerry Bingham, some of us are lucky, some of us are not. Did you hear about this man from West Virginia?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. This West Virginia man, Andrew J. Whitaker, Jr. He hit the jackpot with the lottery back there, and he won the largest lottery jackpot ever. $340 million. $340 million. Oh, I'm sorry, $314.9 million. Give or take a few million, you know. The helicopter he had his eye on can wait, says the man who won the $314.9 million Christmas Day Powerball prize, the largest undivided lottery jackpot in history. He says, Andrew J. Whitaker, 55, he says, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go home, I'm going to sit down and make out 3 checks to 3 pastors of 3 churches for 10% of my winnings. Well, you know, they say in the scriptures that you're supposed to tithe to your church 10% of what you earn, and this guy's doing it. Pretty unbelievable, boy. I'll tell you. 3 churches are going to get 10% of $314 million. Boy, they can afford to build their own crystal cathedral. I tell you, maybe even bigger. I don't know. If there's any chance at all that Andrew J. Whitaker Jr. is watching me, or maybe someone he knows is watching me, if you've run out of ideas on how to spend this $300 million, I have a great idea, Mr. Whitaker. I have a great idea. Wally needs a real classy set. You could always send a gift to Wally. I'm not trying to be greedy, but, you know, I've done a lot for this country. I've done a lot for you people. And Mr. Whitaker, I wouldn't mind it at all if I received a check from you for $20 or $30 million. Give or take a few million. I could do a lot with that money. I could do a lot of good. I could go on a cruise. I need the rest. I need it. I could buy a new tie. I could buy an eagle to go on our wall behind me. Mr. Whitaker, think about Wally. I mean, you got, well, they say after taxes he won't have $314 million. He'll probably only have $200 million, $250 million or something like that. He'd get by. So Wally is going to watch his post office box for the next few weeks to see if the message gets through to Mr. Whitaker. I mean, he may know about me and all the wonderful things that I've done, and by gosh, I may go to my post office box in the next week or two and find a letter, and up there in the left-hand corner it'll say, Whitaker residence from West Virginia. And my heart will start to pound, and I'll open up the envelope, and there will be a note. And inside is a note from Mr. Whitaker, and it says, "Are you crazy? Do you really think?" Oh, well. We can dream, can't we? Well, I think it's nice that he's giving 10% to 3 different churches. That's pretty good. He's tithing. He can't belong to 3 churches, though, can he? See, I don't think so. Why 3 churches? I never win anything. Do I have time for anything else here?
You have a couple of minutes, man.
Well, they're talking to her about running for president of these United States. The Democrats took a poll around the country of the candidate they would like to see run for president against George W. Bush next year. And guess who came out on top of that Democratic poll? Can you guess, Jerry? Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's exactly how she looked when they called her and told her that. Hillary, she came out with about 30% in the poll. They want her to run against George W. Bush. Unbelievable. Hillary, just another case of Billary. Can you imagine Hillary in there with Bill in the kitchen whipping up cookies or something? I would love her to run against George Bush. He would trounce her. Trounce. Trounce. With a capital T. Hillary Clinton. No wonder. You see, that's why the Democrats are so stupid. They nominate people like Al Gore, and now they want to nominate Hillary Clinton. That's why they're going to keep on losing year after year. They're just a bunch of nitwits, evidently. Now that isn't kind, is it, Wally?